back with another first impressions. Today we have Tom Ford Ombre Leather. We have the full box right here. It's a pretty standard box. However, the fragrance bottle itself feels pretty luxurious. It has this leathery feel right here as well, and the cap is pretty heavy from what I've tried. So let's go without further ado and try this wonderful fragrance. I'm gonna spray on my wrist. Actually, spray on this one. It's a very nice sprayer, very strong, very sharp. And right off the bat, you can smell that leather note, the ombre leather. This is supposed to be a very strong, mainly leather note fragrance. I smell that slight cardamom and jasmine note, although I've also tried this fragrance in this morning. I didn't have a chance to record my first impression, so this is sort of a second impressions of this fragrance. However, the jasmine note develops a little later after a few minutes of drying down onto your skin. However, the main note you will be smelling from this is the leather note, the cardamom, the jasmine, as well as slight amber note. Just kind of wraps things up, as well as hints of moss. I wouldn't say the moss is very significant. However, you do smell some hints of that moss as well. Now, in terms of longevity, you can expect this fragrance to be very long lasting. I wore this from 11 to 6 and it was still going very strong. So I am expecting about 10 to 12 hours of longevity for this fragrance. In regards to projection, now projection wise, I didn't really get too much opportunity to try this out in regards to having it project into an open space. However, the leather note is very significant and very strong. So make sure to probably be in open spaces, just because this leather note is so prominent, and you don't want it to be in a very closed environment like a work environment or someplace that maybe some people will not appreciate this scent. Now, in regards to recommended setting, as we discussed, I would probably disrecommend you from wearing this in a work environment. Best environment for this would be either outdoors, during a date, nightclub or nightlife, any place where it has slight elegant aesthetic or vibe as well, just because the leather note is very luxurious. Kind of makes you feel like you're in a brand new Rolls Royce. You know, the leather is super high end and the smell is very nice. So you kind of want to be more in an elegant space rocking this fragrance, but it's pretty versatile where you can probably rock it in other spaces as well. But I would just say environment wise, I would place this best suited for a elegant evening out. Now, in terms of seasonality, you can pretty much expect this fragrance to be only worn during the fall and winter time, just because of the strength of the leather note, as well as the fact that leather usually doesn't work too well in high heat during the spring and summertime. Unfortunately, though, the leather note is so nice. I really wish this could be worn in the spring and summertime, just because it's so luxurious and elegant. The leather note is phenomenal. And usually I'm not the biggest fan of these Tom Ford fragrances in general. I've had the chance of getting a whiff of Tuscan leather from a friend that usually wears it, and I don't even like the Tuscan leather fragrance that Tom Ford has, and it's part of the private collection. And this is not even part of the private collection, and it is even, I would say, even way better than the Tuscan leather fragrance that Tom Ford has. And so that's something to say when you're considering that this fragrance can be either found in Sephora, you can find it on discount fragrance stores online, and pretty much anywhere you can still find this fragrance. It's not part of any of the discontinued line of the Tom Ford fragrances, and so it's really a phenomenal fragrance. I'm really gonna think about actually purchasing this for myself in regards to having it in my full collection, but it's definitely worth trying this out. I would highly recommend it. Tom Ford Ombre Leather. That's what we have for Tom Ford Ombre Leather on our first/second impressions. Thanks for watching. Make sure to smash that like button.